YouTube. Just wanted to do a little update. It's been almost 3 months, getting close to the 3-month mark, so I'm getting excited. There's a couple of things I wanted to touch on real quick. One, I got an email from somebody and they said that they're trying to quit drinking and they're having a hard time. Something that she said that made me think of this is that when you stop drinking, when I stopped drinking, you just become clear, and you're like kind of getting to know yourself again, because I seriously drank heavy at least 4 times a week, at least. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but that's about average. Pretty heavy, 4 times a week. And during that about 10-year period, I thought that my anxiety was part of me. I thought that was the norm, and now I've realized, since I quit drinking, that it was almost entirely from drinking, and I'm so mad at myself because I've had bad panic attacks, bad anxiety attacks for 10 years, thinking that, and I'm very against pills and stuff. I didn't want to do anything for pharmaceutical companies and all that, and now that I've stopped, it's almost completely gone. My nails are growing back. It's fucking crazy. And what I was going to say was something that she said made me think of the topic of drinking to be normal, or to feel normal, which is a mindset that you've adapted yourself to. Because I thought that I needed to go into bars, and because when I started drinking I was like 19, 20, I was very shy, well, I can't think of another way to describe it, but besides being just shy. I don't want to say antisocial. I wasn't antisocial. I was just a shy person, hard to meet people. Well, anyway, so, once you discover drinking, it takes that all away, and first you go through the amateur hour where you're all over the place and you're being totally obnoxious, and then you start getting oh man, I can't think of anything today. A tolerance to alcohol, so then you start becoming a little better, and the older you get, you can handle it, and you don't act as crazy, although that's not always the case. But anyway, well, so for 10 years, I've built up in my mind that I equated social activity, bar scene, fun, with drinking. Drinking is involved. Well, 10 years later, after I quit, I realized way too late that is not the case. I realized I don't need alcohol to go out and have a good time. In fact, I'm having a great time, and I'm wondering if it is kind of a whole new buzz, because I've never experienced this side of life before, and it's just a whole new feeling being in these situations, not completely wasted. And it's great. It's a great feeling, remembering things and being in control and all that. And I just realize now that that's not the case. That you don't need the alcohol, and some of the biggest obstacles you're going to face is the peer pressure from people, which leads me into another thing I've noticed as far as girls in bars and stuff. Being a single guy, I've noticed that it seems so far that I noticed that once girls find out you don't drink, that they just don't want to get crazy with you or something. Like before, when I was single, I'd be drunk and you're talking to girls and you're just hanging on them and they're hanging on you, and sometimes you make out with them or whatever. Well, it's definitely not that easy when you're sober, because I'm still trying to be crazy and fun, but I don't know. It's like last night I went out, I saw this band, The Walkmen, that I really like, and I met up with these two girls. This one girl that I've known for about a year and a half. I haven't seen her in a while, and we met up, and they're getting drunk, and they want to get crazy and stuff, and that's cool. I mean, I'm not down on a good time. I mean, I still hang around the bars and those people because I still like those people, I'm not down on drinking at all. That's not what I'm about. I personally can't deal with it anymore. But I could totally deal with being there and not drinking. And because I'm not one to sit at home all the time. I like being out with the people and music and stuff. And I don't know, it just seems like whenever people find out that I'm not drinking, that certain people, like last night, like the one girl, it kind of took the wind out of her sails a little bit. She was like all crazy, but and I don't go around telling people that I quit drinking. I mean, I have friends that know, but unless somebody asks, I don't tell them. I mean, there's no reason. I mean, for all they know, when I ordered my soda, for all they knew, there was alcohol in it. But eventually they ask, what are you drinking? And I tell them. I'm not going to lie to them. But I don't really tell people. I mean, this is my outlet here to strangers. That's who I unload on. You guys get the brunt of that. But so the one girl kind of took the wind out of her sails a little bit, it seemed. So I don't know if like drunk girls are weirded out by a sober guy. I don't know. It's just, the other girl was cool. She was like, "Oh, good for you," But they were looking to get crazy, and there was other drunk guys hanging on them. And after a while, and one girl's like making out with this other guy. And it's like when you're sober, you're just like, you can't. I don't know. Unless a girl's like on you, like you can't just. I don't know. It feels like you're taking advantage or something, or. So, that's one thing I've noticed from my observations as being sober in a drunk environment. And yeah, people tell you, well, go to where the sober girls are, join softball or do this, do that. I do those things too, but I'm not looking for a relationship right now, so it's not as easy to, get crazy and make out with somebody after a game of softball. Yeah, and then you start making out. You don't do that, So, alright, I gotta cut this short because it's ending, so, alright, until next time, later on.